Hi, I'm Steve from Bike Fixers. Today I want to talk to you about the next invention or revolution in tubeless tyre technology. As you can probably see from here, it is the Vittoria tubeless kit for road tyres. So tubeless road tyres. Now the road kits, or what are these called, the airliners. Tubeless airliners are being around for quite a while for mountain bikes, but now they've gone ahead and created a version for road tubeless. Now, as we know, one of the big problems with road tubeless is if you get a puncture for any sort and it doesn't seal, then it's really take it out, take the tube valve out, stick it in a tube in to get you home. Now with this, it fits inside the tyre. It replaces basically a tube. It's still a tubeless compatible setup, so there is no inner tube in there, so nothing to puncture. So if you do in the unfortunate situation where you do get a puncture, it doesn't, with a sealant doesn't seal because the puncture is too big for the sealant to seal. It's a sidewall puncture, or you haven't kept up with your maintenance of your tubeless setup by ensuring that the sealant hasn't gone off or gone hard inside and you haven't topped it up. So that's the reasons why it sometimes won't work. But if it doesn't seal, then yeah, you're stuck and it's a long walk home, or you stick an inner tube in and you can ride home. Now you can forget all about that now. Don't need to take an inner tube with you in case of those emergencies, because with this airliner, it is basically a run flap system. So what is it? It goes inside the tyre. When you put air into it, the foam squishes right way down, compacts right down into the well of the rim. And once you start losing air pressure, it starts to expand and fills a cavity in the tyre. So therefore, it's basically filling up the space of what air would be, and you can ride, they say, up to 50 kilometres, gentle riding, not racing, gentle ride up to 50 kilometres, so that's enough, more than enough to get you home to repair your tyre and reset your tubeless setup. So I've got sets in stock now. They are limited, so I've only got 3 sets, because one set is for my bike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what comes in the pack, what you get, what the technology is, and yeah, we'll go from there. So we've got here, so in the pack, you get 2 airliners. So inside the little tiny bag, this is the airliner. This is the foam that you put inside the tyre. So fairly easy to fit, really. If you can fit an inner tube, you can fit this basically. So this is the airliner insert that goes inside the tyre. From that, so you get 2 of those in the kit. Also get inside the bag a tubeless valve. So tubeless ready valve. Now these are special valves because they got additional holes around the edges and sides of the valve on the inside, so they don't get clogged up basically with the sealant. So you get one of those as well. So that's there. Inside the box, let's put that back in there. So inside, so you get 2 of those. So 1, 2, so that's a set of wheels. Also inside the box, you will get the tool you need to install it. So the road tubeless toolkit. This is the airliner. So basically, it's you get some pegs to make it easier to install, and a tool that pulls the tyre together so you don't pinch or causing any problems with the tubeless tyres. We know using tyre levers on tubeless tyres, you can damage the bead around the edge, the tubeless bead around the edge, and then gives you problems with trying to get the inserted or inflated properly. So this will help with that as well. And also get a bottle of Vittoria Universal Tubeless Tyre Sealant. So that's enough. So that's 80 millilitres. So that's more than enough for 2 tyres. So yeah, this is good stuff. Highly recommend Vittoria stuff. And it comes with a bottle that you don't waste anything, don't make a mess, plug it onto the end of the valve and it will then pump it in, and then it makes it nice and clean and tidy to do. So that's what comes in the pack. So that's all nice and easy. Now, why have they come up with this idea? Now, the reason for them coming up with this idea is, as I said, the problem is with tubeless, if you get a puncture that doesn't seal and you carry on riding, there's a very good chance of the tyre coming off the rim. Now, we don't want to do that. Now, hence is why up until now, the World Pro teams haven't gone to tubeless, because they're always used to riding on tubular tyres, which is the tyre which is stuck to the rim. So if they do get a puncture, they can still carry on riding the bike until the team car catches them up, and then they can swap over their wheels. Now, in a clincher tyre, or tubeless clincher tyre without this technology in, you can't do that. The tyre will go flat and you end up running on the rims and end up damaging your wheels. So we don't want to do that. So over the past couple of years, or year and a half, some of the World Tour Pro teams have been secretly using these, particularly EF Education Nippo, as they are now, have been using this in the Pro Peloton for the last year, especially in the Cobble Classics. They were using it, and they didn't tell anybody else in the Pro Peloton that they were using them. So when they got punctures, they were still rolling along, so everybody assumed they were still on tubular tyres, but in fact they were running tubeless with the Vittoria Air-Liners inside, so they could still carry on. So that was good news. So yeah, so this could be the game changer for World Tour pros, World Tour teams, because it's very expensive to have loads and loads and loads of tubular wheels we have to stick the tyre to, and also takes an awful lot of time for the mechanics to set them up. Having tubular tyres set up probably takes 2 days, maybe 3 days to make sure they're cured properly and stuck to the rim properly. So that's an extra 3 days they can do without. So generally what happens, if you get a puncture, then the night after, is poor old mechanic is taking the tyre off, re-gluing it all, ready to put another tubular tyre on, which will be ready in 2 days' time, 2 stages' time if you're on a race. So there's a lot more time saved from there. They don't have to have so many wheels already prepped, because they can get that wheel off, they can take the tyre off, they can fix the puncture, repair the tubeless tyre puncture, or put a new tubeless tyre on with this, and then off they go again with the sealant in there. So yeah, lots and lots of time saved, lots of money saved, because at the end of the day, these Pro Tour teams do have to buy their wheels, and if they go out and damage them, they've got to pay for them. So yeah, a lot of people don't realise that everybody thinks that they get all this stuff for free, but no, they've got to pay for it. So that's why it's so expensive to run World Pro Tour teams. So anyway, I think this is going to be the game changer for the World Tour Pro teams, because they'll be running tubeless. Tubeless tyres have same as, if not better, rolling resistance than tubular tyres, and yeah, and they're so much easier to fit. As simple as that. So these are available. These are for 28mm tyres. So this is the medium range. Now the reason I've got these in is because that's the most popular size tubular setup available at the moment. Everybody's running 28s. So this is the right size. There is a 30 and then 25. So a small, medium, and then the large for the 30. So the 30 will be for more for sort of gravel riders. So this is a game changer for all you now got gravel bikes. So you can run tubeless on there, put one of these in there, and if you get a puncture, you can ride home still, even on the flat, because this will keep the tyre up. Now they say, my understanding is that if you do get a complete puncture on the tubeless tyre, then this will keep it on the rim, obviously, but also be effective. So similar to something like maybe 2-3 bar, which is, I'll tell you what it is on there. So 2 or 3 bar is between 30 and 40 psi. So that's not bad. So that's pretty good for a road tyre. I mean, that's, road tyres are half of what you'd have on a road tyre, 80, maybe 85 PSI on a tubeless road tyre generally. So yeah, that will get you home, definitely. And then you can then spend your time, rather than out on the road, sorting out your puncture. But of course, the idea, this is the last resort. If you've set your tubeless tyres up correctly, then the sealant will seal the puncture for you. I've been out many times, and I've got back and I didn't realise I've had punctures, but you can then see the sealant, one up the back of my shirt, yeah, lovely, or over the frame, which is then you have to get off. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff. So the tubeless does work. I know there's people out there say, oh, it didn't work for me, but you know, 9 times out of 10 it will work. I personally haven't had any major problems. Yes, I've had punctures, but I've also ridden on, and I've also had punctures and didn't realise that we had punctures. So the sealant worked, but if taken occasions where I have had a time where I've had a sidewall split or something like that, I've had to then put an inner tube in with a gel wrapper or something, with a £5 note, because that usually works quite well, inside the tyre to stop the tube poking out through the hole. Now you don't have to worry about that now. This is going to be inside. This is going to keep your tyre slight up. So what did I say? 30 to 40 PSI, something like that, or equivalent of. And you can ride home slowly, so you don't have to worry about having to carry a tube with you. So there's an extra space in your pocket for more food, which is always good on a long bike ride. So that's it. So these are now going to be available. I've got limited stock at the moment. The UK distributor for these Madisons have sold out of them already, so I won't be able to get any more now until the end of June. So putting these up on our shop, you can only at the moment you can only collect them from me here in the store, because I want about to opportunity if you come and buy some to explain to you how to fit them and what the advantages are of them as well, so we can get more information for you. So make it easier for you to get used to this technology. So yeah, so I hope you found this interesting. Yeah, I'll put a link below. Cy Richardson of GCN did a video about these run flat tyres, he called them, but they're not really run flat because it's this inside. So I'll put a link to that video down. It's quite interesting. I'll also put a link below this video on Vittoria how to fit, which is fairly straightforward. You'll see how the tools work. That's really good. So I'll put those links for there, and also put a link to our online store where you can buy them, but you have to collect them from here at the moment. So yeah, that's how it is. So once I get some more stock in, then I will be able to post them out to you. But at the moment, limited stock, so you have to collect them from me. So hope you enjoyed this video. So hope you are a fan of tubeless. I hope you want to try this technology out. It is expensive at the moment, so yeah, it's new technology. It always becomes expensive, and the pro tool teams are using it, so it's bound to be expensive. But I think it's well worth it. Just for the price of it, whatever it is, we're going to get you home without having to faff about putting inner tubes in. Then yeah, definitely well worth it. So I'm going to go off now and fit these to my bike, my lovely little Dolan. So that's all set up as tubeless already on some Mavic wheels. So I'm going to put these in my tubeless tyres, and then we'll go and give them a test ride, and then I'll let you know exactly what I think. But I think it's going to be brilliant anyway. So again, thanks for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our Bike Fixers YouTube channel, and also keep an eye out on our Facebook page as well, and our website at bikefixers-portsmouth.co.uk, which is down here, because we got another announcement coming up soon about our bike fitting service, which will be really good. So yes, keep an eye out for that, and I hope to see you soon. And if you want to make any comments, please do. Love to hear from you. Thanks a lot.